This is the plaintiff, Deborah Lewis. She says she went on a vacation from you-know-where with you-know-who, the defendant, and the woman ruined everything, and she wants to be reimbursed for the cost of the trip. The crazy lady brought a drunk convict into their room to spend the night, accused her of stealing her money on the cruise, and even called in the SWAT team to search her and all her belongings. She felt violated, embarrassed, and is suing the crazy defendant for the $3,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Wanda Jones. She says while on vacation, she won some money and foolishly counted 25 $100 bills and 4 50s in front of the plaintiff. And the woman snuck the money out of the room, stashed it, and now she's the one being sued? Ha! She's accused of sinking a vacation. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,700 for the cash stolen.
Deborah Lewis, you are suing Wanda Jones, your former friend, for $3,000, $1,000 of it that you want her to reimburse you for because you didn't have a good time on your vacation, and $2,000 of it for defamation of character because she is lying about you and saying that you stole. You have a counterclaim against her for the money that you maintain she stole for $2,700. Tell me what's going on.
Well, last November, we were planning on going on a cruise.
Okay, and how do you two know each other before this?
Well, we're in a motorcycle club together.
You're in a motorcycle club?
Yes, ma'am.
And
The two of you are in a motorcycle club? Forgive my shock, but I sort of picture that looking a little different than the two of you. Okay, what kind of motorcycle club?
We're all AMA members. I've been there for 37 years. I just don't participate
Okay.
too often.
Do you still ride?
No.
Do you ride?
Anything I can get on.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, that may be more information than I need to know, but okay. All right. So you go off on the cruise, and you are the cruise leaves out of Miami.
Correct.
And your first inkling that this is not going to go smoothly happens in Miami, and what happened?
Okay. Miss Jones and I agreed that we were going to stay 2 nights in Miami along with the rest of the people who came on the cruise. It was 38, 39 of us.
What those 38 or 39 were just a group of people that somebody put together, or they have something to do with each other?
It's family, and we all...
It was 42.
All right. So in Miami, what happened?
Okay. Her and I went half on the room, which was approximately $100 a night. First night, she didn't stay the night. Well, there wasn't anything that I could say because spend your money how you wish to.
Okay.
Which I had complete privacy.
That's lovely. Then the second night, what happened?
Well, when I got back to the room, her and her friend that I don't even know his name,
okay,
were there sitting out poolside. I go up to check my room because I left all my belongings in there, and I continuously saw this man going in and out of my room with her key.
Okay.
And I didn't appreciate it, but I didn't say anything. Later on, as everybody's sitting around poolside playing cards and drinking and everything, she comes over to me and she says, "He's drunk. I don't want him to drive." And I said, "How does that affect me?" "Well, we're sharing a room together and he needs to stay." I said, "He's not staying in my room. That's not what I signed up for." Okay, so things started to get heated up. A third party stepped in, which is my mom's best friend, and she said, "Debbie, go sleep in my room. I'll go sleep in your room just to, cut things down." So I did. But, Your Honor, I have to say I went from a room with privacy and total
I understand.
silence.
So you feel like you got cheated out of your use of that room. Now, who was this fellow?
Okay, it's a boyfriend of mine I've been with for 30 years.
Okay, and he lives in Miami, or he's on the cruise with you guys?
No, he lives in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. So he came down to see you, all right?
I paid for the whole hotel.
Wait a second,
for both
but you're
nights.
sharing a room. You don't have the privacy of your own room. So the plan was not that he would stay.
No, I was not going to stay there either, but I was going to pay for half of the room.
Okay, well, that's your business. I don't care if that's the deal you want.
Okay, I was
the
in
deal
Fort
she
Lauderdale.
wanted was you didn't bring your boyfriend to stay in the room.
But when I talked with her, she said, Wanda, I said, he's been drinking.
No, I understand. That's a fine decision, but now she wants what she paid for the room because she ended up having to move to somewhere else.
She ended up not paying anything.
I gave her $100, and it was a $100 bill.
Do you have proof that you gave her $100 for the room?
I don't have any statements to that,
okay.
but she asked
Now let's
me.
get to the cruise. So now you're on the cruise, and what happens? Now you're already in a bad mood because this is not going well, and you got to share a room with her.
Correct.
So you go on the cruise, and tell me about the cruise. Is it 7-day, 5-day?
5-day.
5-day. And how's that work out?
We're on the cruise. I really don't have anything to say to Miss Jones due to the fact of the situation in Miami, and it was very awkward because the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. And Miss Jones would disappear from everybody on the Lido deck and say, oh, I'm going to the room. And then when we decide to walk and look around, we'd always find her in a casino.
Okay.
She stayed in a casino for 2 days straight. Well, anyway, Miss Jones would come in the cabin, slam the door, go through her purse, anything while I was trying to rest. On the 19th of October, I slipped on the Lido deck, hurting my back. I was going back and forth to the infirmary getting medication for that. Anytime I was in the room and Miss Jones came to the room, she would disturb me to the point where I would have to get up and leave the room. I do respect my elders, and I felt like at that time it was the best thing for me would be to leave the room before it escalated any further. Well, on the 20th of October, which was the second day into the cruise, we're in the room. We kind of wake up together, and she grabs her purse and she leaves. This is really early in the morning. Well, when she comes back, she's transferring her items out of her purse into her little duffel bag thing. And she says, my money's gone.
Now, what money was this?
It was the money that I had my friend to walk me to the cabin, and I counted it. It was the $2,700 I had put in the bottom of my purse.
Where did you get the 20? Did you win?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing you spent 2 days there then.
And I
did
was
you
gonna
win
take
more
that
than you
back home.
spent?
My kids are
the
gonna have a
question is,
good
did you win
Christmas.
more than you spent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you had won at the casino.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the $2,700, and you had put it where?
In the bottom of this purse. I brought the same purse.
Okay.
It's big, in the bottom, with junk on top of it.
Right.
So it didn't get, I think it got legs or something.
Well, maybe somebody took it. But let's hear what you know to try to figure out who took it. So you put it in your purse. When and where do you do that?
In the room.
Who else is in the room with you when you do it?
Me, her, and my friend that walked me to the room.
Okay, so this person who you have this grand animosity with, it's so chilly you're not even talking to each other because you've had this problem. You store the money in your purse in her presence?
I didn't, I'm not trying to call nobody no thief, but I didn't think Debbie would do me, I didn't think she would take nothing from me.
Well, you are calling somebody a thief. You're calling her a thief because you have a counterclaim for $2,700 because you say she took your money.
Okay.
So, yeah, you are calling somebody a thief.
Judge,
but
if
what
I'm in
trying
the room
to understand
with you,
is...
can I ask you one question?
Yeah?
If you and I are in the room together and you see me put my money in my pocketbook, no one else is there all night long.
But that's not your case. You just said your friend was there.
Okay, but she left.
Okay, and then let me just ask you this. Your friend left, but when you won, obviously, what'd you play, by the way?
3-card poker.
That's where you won all the
money?
money?
Yeah, I kept getting straight flushes.
Okay.
A whole lot of it.
So, no, I know you love to hear yourself talk, but that does not invite you to speak now and talk about what she actually won her money with. Just
and
chill.
I apologize,
all right?
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so you end up winning, and you hide the money in front of her and the other person who walked you there. But when you win, people know you won, right? Everybody's all excited. Everybody's working themselves up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a bunch of people knew you won. All right, so now you leave your purse where? Because then you should have your purse with you everywhere you go. It should be between your legs when you're sleeping. It should.
The only time it was with me when I was asleep, and it was right beside the bed, in the little nightstand.
So you went to sleep and put the purse with $2,700 next to the person you're not getting along with.
Right.
Okay. And then what?
In the nightstand.
Right.
Then the next morning I got up, I go to the Lido deck, find out what time they were gonna get off the ship. The ship was docked. So they said about 10 o'clock. So I go back, I said, well, I'm not gonna carry this around all day on the island. So I'm gonna put it in a little backpack. I'm going through it and going through it. And finally, I just dump everything out. I said, my money's gone.
And you had put your money inside of an envelope?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so now the money's gone, and what do you do?
Go out the room, and the lady that coordinated this for us, Rose Norwood, some kind of way I ran into her. I said, Rose, my money's gone. She said, what? She said, well, come on, I'll take you to the security office. She carried me to the security office. A security talked to me there. They said, I'll meet you back at your room. They met me back at my room. I didn't say anything. They came in, they just started searching.
How many people came into the room?
If I'm not mistaken, there was 2 fellas and 1 lady stood at the door.
Did they say anything to you about why they were going into the room?
No, they did not. There
So
was a
they
knock
come
at
in and
the
they just
door.
start ruffling through stuff and
No,
they don't say?
there was a knock at the door. I opened the door. And when I see the SWAT team there,
It wasn't SWAT.
I say, they must be here for you, because I sure didn't call them. They made me take my purse out of the safe. They had gloves on. They went through every receipt, every credit card, every nook and cranny in my purse. And then they proceeded to search all of my luggage. I had my dirty clothes sitting over here that I had worn so I could go wash them. They went through that. I felt violated because these are men going through my dirty clothes. Well, I'm at the point of tears, okay? And I tell them, I cannot stand here any longer and allow you to violate me.
Did anybody conduct any arrests? That did not
They
happen.
asked me 3 different times, Miss Jones, don't you want to press charges against her? I kept telling them, God's going to take care of it.
Okay. So now you're home.
I'm home.
And what happens once you get home?
I get home. She calls me. She says, I don't know, because I hung up on her.
Okay.
And when I hung up on her, she called back, and I handed her the phone because I'm in the car.
And come on up. What happens when you pick up the phone?
She's just rattling on, talking about, well, she asked me who I was first, and I said, this is her daughter. And she was like, which daughter? And I told her my name. And she says, well, your mom's running around. She's telling people that I did this and I did that. And I just basically said to her, you have to steal from a Jones to keep up with the Joneses.
You have to steal from a Jones to keep up with the Joneses?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you felt she had stolen the money?
Yeah. My mother doesn't lose money. My mother...
I mean, anybody could lose money.
Right, but I know my mom. Whenever my mom we go to the casino sometimes together. I mean, I've watched my mom go in, be in a casino for 5 minutes, put a $100 bill in, win $600-700, just like that, 5 minutes, and it's just the luck she has. I've played 3-card poker with her before, and firsthand I won $600.
Okay.
So, yeah,
When's
I know
your
my
next cruise?
That was my first cruise. My children gave it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you call her upon returning home from the cruise because you want to find out if she's trash talking about you because you hear from other people that she's saying you stole her money.
Exactly.
Okay, but you know she was accusing you of stealing the money because SWAT came in there and searched
But I thought, due to the fact that when SWAT did their search, there was nothing found. The female officer that was in the hallway, she searched my person in the hallway. I did not have $2,700, a bank envelope, or anything else on me. And I have lots of documentation here. Actually, this is a letter from Carnival Cruise to Miss Wanda Jones stating that they were unable to locate her money in the search.
When two people are at war, would one person leave the other with hundreds of dollars in her purse?
No. I mean, why would you leave the money with the purse?
It seems ridiculous.
You're fighting.
It seems ridiculous.
But if you're on vacation with somebody and you trust someone enough, even if you're feuding at the time,
You just want to take the opposite point of view, right?
it's not just that. But I mean,
You remind me of a young me going inside the courtroom.
All right, here's where we are, okay? I don't know that that ship kept saying over and over to you whether or not you wanted to prosecute her. Are you sure you don't want to press charges? You sure you don't want to press charges? Because during the search, they did not find the money on her person. So I'm not sure what charges they could press. I don't know where the money is. I don't know whether you lost it or whether somebody stole it. I think if I was a betting woman, I'd put money on that it got stolen. But for me to order her to pay it back to you, I have to know that she stole it. I have to feel that she stole it. And as much as I think she's impossible to be around, just in this trial I find her difficult to listen to. It doesn't mean that that means she stole it and that I am convinced of it to the point where I would issue a judgment in your favor on this. I don't believe that security kept insisting you press charges and that you kept saying, I'll leave it to a higher authority. I don't think that's true. They were not going to press charges because they didn't find the money on her, so they didn't have any evidence against her, so they were never going to press charges. And just like they couldn't, I can't. So on your counterclaim against her, 0. Now on your claim against her for $1,000 for ruining your vacation or for $2,000 for defamation of character, my verdict is also going to be 0, okay? It's going to be 0 because she has a right to an opinion that you're the person who stole it since you're the person who's nearby. She has a right to an opinion that you've made her life impossible, so you're the one who'd have a motive to want to hurt her. She has a right to your opinion based on this guy who I cannot trust because apparently after he gives you the affidavit, he runs off and hangs out with her, okay? I don't know if these pictures are before or after. I don't care. You don't have the proof that it takes to win your cases. That is my verdict, 0 on both counts.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, it's going to be fun around the old motorcycle club tonight, huh?
Definitely.
Yeah? What's going to happen?
Definitely.
You going to go celebrate?
I sure am. But I am so glad that this case is over with because I am tired of her slandering my name. I get mine. I don't depend on nobody.
All right.
Look at my jury and look at hers.
Okay. Oh, all right. I guess she thinks it was a jewelry case. What do you think
I don't know
happened?
what she's thinking. She knows she took my money.
So where do you
God's
go
gonna
from
handle
here?
it. God's good to me. I'm not wanting for nothing. God is good to me.
Yeah, but she's got more jewelry than you, she said.
Well, her jury's at home in the safe.
As to where her house is.
Which eviction or which foreclosure?
Harvey?
The bottom line, a judge can't rule on a hunch. The litigant who has the burden of proof has to tip the scales. Didn't happen here.